It is the All Things Nerd Podcast, Season 3, Episode 3. On tonight's show, we're going to be talking about some of the inventions that came from CES 2019 and whether we really need them or not. We're also going to be talking about something that I thought never would happen, and that's Ghostbusters 3. And yeah, we got reactions and stuff to talk about with that. Along with that, we're going to be talking about the SpiderMan Far From Home trailer with reactions and thoughts. And there's other things that'll be included in the cast as well. So if you're here live, as always, jump in the chat room, talk with us, be a part of the show because it is interactive and we want to know your thoughts. If you're watching this on YouTube or listening to this on Stitcher or iTunes, drop us a comment and a review. Let us know your thoughts on stuff and we'll keep the conversation going. But until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello to all the geek enthusiasts and nerd aficionados. It is Mess5150 here with another All Things Nerd Podcast. Season 3, Episode 3. We're back. We're here again, and we've all got head coverings. That was the last minute thing. Well,
you know what? You gotta keep
we did all have head coverings. One of us took off there, but oh no, it's back. Saving people, hunting things. Yeah.
Nice.
So I am your host, Mess5150. As always, here on twitch.tv/MaliceCorp every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, talking all things nerd with you guys. We talk about what's going on in the geek headlines, the pop culture headlines, the nerd headlines, and we have a little bit of fun doing it as well. And we want to know what you guys think in the chat room, so definitely let us know your thoughts as we go along because you are a part of the show. If you are not watching this on Twitch, that means you're watching this on YouTube, youtube.com/c/MaliceCorp. If you're there, please make sure to subscribe and drop a comment. And if you're listening to this on Stitcher and iTunes, thank you so much. We greatly, greatly appreciate any type of feedback you can give us with reviews and thoughts and 5-star reviews if you want to. So let's talk about who's on the cast with us tonight. I have with me Icy Zorro. How goes it, sir?
Fantastic. As I was saying in the pre-show, finally have hair again after shaving my head for like 4 years, and now we're all wearing hats for some reason. It's okay.
It's a sign. We also have Masonic Vader with us on the cast. How are you, sir?
I am doing well, sir. Nothing like our pre-game or starting show suck up to the producer.
Okay. Is that why you're wearing all the Flash stuff?
Well, you know that. I just want to show it off, you know. And
Bearded Masters in the chat room. What's up, sir? And Jack Malice, our producer, says this is not the show you were looking for. Along with that, we didn't know if he's going to make it. We were like just yelling at him on the Google Messenger, going, "Where are you? Are you coming?" And
he had to crank start his internet.
Yeah. We have Nick on the cast from Nerd Mosh Pit. How goes it, sir?
It's going well. I am alive and well.
And then lastly, as always, she puts the her in nerd. It's Super Hoovian Freak. How are you?
Good. I survived my day at the DMV. So, anytime you can leave the DMV without, murdering the entire system, it's a good day.
And Beacon says, is that the word of the day? What's the word of the day? Bird is the word? Nerd?
Sir, I think.
Bird.
Oh, it's always bird. Damn it.
Haven't you heard?
Oh boy, it's gonna be that.
So it's gonna be that kind of cast. All right.
This really quick.
Hold on, let me warm the dad jokes.
Okay, so what we'd like to start the cast out with what we've been geeking out on, what we've been nerding out on, what type of stuff we've been keeping our fancies. Super. Besides going to the DMV, have you been doing anything else nerdy or geeky?
Yeah, I went and saw Mary Poppins, finally. I know it came out in 2018, but I was not able to go and see it till yesterday. Really good movie. I know I'm a little bit behind, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think Emily Blunt is probably the most delightful thing to come out of what was, let's face it, kind of a crappy 2018. So, thoroughly enjoyed that, and then I went, I got some new mounts in World of Warcraft by doing old dungeon runs. So I've been flying around this week on a new undead dragon. Pretty cool.
Nice. What about you, Icy Zoro?
I've been kind of binging a couple of different shows. There was just stuff that I'd heard of recently. That, there's a couple of seasons built up, and I could get into it. First one is I'm Sorry, Andrea Savage's show. If you've ever seen You're the Worst on FX, it feels like that, but with a family instead of just a group of single people. And then the other one is Outlander, which is kind of lady gets sent back in time to the Scottish Highlands. That one it's basically a period drama with almost porn. Entertaining.
I'm Sorry was actually a relationship show from the guy's point of view.
Okay. That jokes for sure. Indiana Jane says we've been talking about Outlander forever. I apparently had missed all that, Chad.
No, not just forever, for forever.
I love Outlander. It's actually a really good show. So, I'm digging it. The season has just started. What about you, Masonic?
Yeah, you know what? It's that time of the year where certain things start going on TV and streaming for the summer and whatnot. It's movie premiere time, so I'm sure we'll be about a couple of those tonight, as you said in the pre-show. Cheers.
And Nick, what have you been doing?
I've actually been nerding out with a bunch of reading as of recent. Mainly rereading the Game of Thrones books. Need to get my fix somehow. Other than that, I haven't had a whole lot of time to dive into any of the shows that I want to watch. I've been meaning to watch Ozark season 2. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a start on that this coming up week because I really enjoyed season 1. But that's been my week.
Okay. And Jack,
Ozarks is red.
Jack, Ozark I need to check out next. That's what I've been doing is actually trying to watch and binge through all the stuff that is on part of our Nerd Fight poll, which ends tonight at midnight, to crown the best binge in TV 2018 for the Malice Corp Epic Beardos. But I binged through Glow. I enjoyed it. Started binging through Big Mouth, and yeah.
That's definitely a show. We'll leave it there.
There's you know what? It gets better as it goes along. It's the first couple episodes is like, but
so there's a reason why it's last place.
Yes, I can guarantee it's not for everybody, and that's part of the reason that I guarantee is it's in last place. So, but it does when you the way you look at it, if you look at it from the right place, it does come from a good trying to tell that story of growing up, but it does definitely take some liberties with how far it goes with it.
Just the way that you're describing how like if people would like it or not reminds me of when I tried to show Tron to non-nerds in like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I was like, I love this. This is so good. You guys are gonna love it too. And they were all like,
but that's
right.
Tron.
No, I feel that.
Yeah. It's definitely on the list of everything that we have for voting. It would definitely be my lowest level. Now, Nathan Fillion does appear on it, so and I know he appears in Santa Clarita Diet as well, which I haven't gotten to watch that one. That's the next one that I'm going to binge. So,
if you watched it, you would probably vote for it.
You know what? Alter Carbon.
One episode.
Alter Carbon.
I mean,
I couldn't put that down. So,
Fillion's in more than one episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, if you're watching the show, you got to be impressed because I think we have every genre cover. I think IC talked about television. Super Hoovian talked about video games. I talked about movies. And then Nick talked about books. We got the genres covered, everybody. We got the cast going today. Thank you very much.
We are multimedia savvy.
Yeah.
And we will have a new nerd fight starting at the end of this cast. So that's just that's my little plug of that. If you want to vote up until the end to find out what the picking order is going to be, as you can see, Nudie Rudy, our editor-in-chief, is not here, which means that he won't be here for the next 2 weeks because he is definitely losing this fight. And
And Beacon is trash talking him in the chat.
Yeah.
I mean, that means I
apparently
won't be here either.
My phrasing has been yeah. Okay. Let's move on. So we started a new little thing called Classy Nerd. It's a little play on the factor that when you're playing D&D and you're role playing, that you have to pick a class, and it's not always easy to pick that class. So we started this new one with finding out which class each person on MaliceCast should be. The first person that we did was Nudie Rudy, finding out that he should have been a sorcerer. Since we have Nick from Nerd Mosh Pit here with us, we're going to find out which class you should be picking, Nick.
I was going to say he's going to be a cowboy.
He's going to be a cowboy. Is that I don't think that's a class.
Only if there's a steel horse to ride.
Okay,
You're talking to a Texan who doesn't like country music.
we're starting with you, Nick. Okay, so Nick,
That's why I
on
went Poncho.
choices. When I fight, I like to hit them where it hurts physically, use magic to weaken them in ways previously unimaginable, either stop the fight or end it quickly by helping my friends. Which one?
Helping my friends. Stop the fight quickly by helping my friends.
Okay. We're going to the same ranges. So what does utility mean to you? The word utility. The folks who fix my water pipes, 80 billion options, or praying the dying away.
The folks who fix my water pipes.
Okay. You think you're funny? Yeah or no?
Yes.
Then you are a bard, sir.
That
Nice.
actually works. That works pretty well. Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, man. Do not bring him in a fight.
So we now have our bard and we have our sorcerer whenever we do a D&D game. So
Now I'm just picturing him like Jimmy from South Park, because in the South Park game, one of his versions is Jimmy the Bard. So I'm just picturing him
Oh, yeah.
showing up with a lute.
okay. So that is your classy nerd segment for the week. Let's move on to the big stuff that we're going to talk about, the nerd news, the geek news, the pop culture news. So first and foremost, the story that came out this week that was the epicness of all epicness. Like I said, never thought that I'd see this actually happen, but we got an announcement that Ghostbusters 3 is coming, that it is going to take place in the same universe as the first two Ghostbusters. And on top of that, it's Jason Reitman that is directing it, the son of Ivan Reitman, who directed the original Ghostbusters. And we got a kick-ass teaser for it. I mean, the nostalgia that just came up in my gut from the teaser that we saw. If you guys haven't seen it, it's 52 seconds. It's over on Twitter. You can find it anywhere. But the music, it's the original music kicking up. It's got the right aura to it. You see the Ecto-1 because it pans into this barn and pulls back a car being covered, and it's the back of the Ecto-1, and it says summer 2020. So I'm super stoked about this. I'll bring up some of the notes that Jason Reitman said, but I want to know your guys' thoughts. What did you guys think about the news?
I loved the teaser. It's exactly what a teaser should be. It didn't tell us anything about the story. It didn't even really show us any of the action that's going to be in the movie. It just gave us a tone, a feeling, and the touch point of the Ecto-1. And then summer 2020, and my face just instantly went,
They probably haven't finished filming a lot of it either, so
They haven't even
probably
started.
wasn't a lot to show.
No, they haven't even started filming yet. So this was just the announcement that it was happening. So
Yeah, and being that I'm probably the only one on cast that actually saw it in the movie theater, the original, yeah, excited as all hell. I mean, and I guess it added to the fact that Ernie Hudson had already confirmed that everyone's going to be coming back. That's that's able to come back from what he's throwing out there. So that includes the Bill Murray
special guest appearance by Harold Ramis's Ghost.
Oh man, you had to go there.
I'm sorry,
you had to go there.
No, yeah, I don't. There's just gonna be there will be like a plaque or something for Egon. I don't think they're gonna do
They're
that.
not gonna recast him.
They're not gonna CGI him. No CGI.
No.
Yeah.
But where
That would
did
be
you
kinda
see
weird.
that he confirmed everybody's? I know Aykroyd would be in for it, and I know that Ernie Hudson would be in for it, but Bill Murray's always the question mark. That's what I like about this, because all I've seen so far is that, hey, it takes place in this world, so it leaves the door open that if he wants to come be a part of it, it's open to him.
Yeah,
I heard he was
too-
signing on for it.
He's too busy just showing up at random people's house parties.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I don't have a house party going on, but Bill Murray, if you would like to come over and hang out, I'll have a couple beers for you. All right, I'm down with that.
Come over, we can watch some Patty's Shack.
Play 18 rounds and get stoned at bejesus afterwards.
A holy one! It's a holy one! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, and I mean, there's comments about the last Ghostbusters, and that's the thing though, that they did state in this that this being in the original universe, it will not be implementing any of what was in the last movie that came out. So
And I was also Reitman said something really cool about it. He sat there and he said, "Hey, look, appreciate exactly what these ladies did. It was a great different version of it, but it's going to have nothing to do with the movie itself. It's going to be."
His exact words, I have so much respect for what Paul created with those brilliant actresses and would love to see more stories from them. However, this new movie will follow the trajectory of the original film. So it's not counting out that there won't be any other of the other Ghostbusters universe. We can have two different Ghostbuster universes going and
Sure can. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. You know?
And there was nothing, I mean, the Kate McKinnon and all them, that Ghostbusters wasn't great, but it wasn't like awful. It wasn't leave the theater.
It was fun.
Pretty funny.
It was fun.
It felt like it was trying a little too hard.
A little too hard, but
what I liked a lot about the article is that Jason Reitman said that he went to his dad, Ivan Reitman, who of course directed the first one, and who is also going to be an executive producer on this one, and said, "Look, I know for the last 10 years I've been saying I should not be the guy to make a Ghostbusters sequel, but I have this idea." And then he described the idea of what the plot was going to be to his dad. And Ivan Reitman was like, "I loved it so much that I was laughing and crying." So that encourages me.
Yeah. It's cool that they're not going to try to redo it, reboot it, recast it, do whatever stuff. They're actually making it.
Well, this is a recast. No, it's gonna get I don't think
it'll be recast. Yeah, we can't see Dan Aykroyd running around trying to bust ghosts. I mean, the guy's
recasting, but there's going to be new characters. This is going to be it just stays within this universe. So
yeah, I think.
I guess what I mean is that we're not going to have the third version of SpiderMan. How about that?
Okay.
Yes, we don't need emo Aykroyd. That would be terrible. Just down the street. No, what he said was that essentially because he's continuing that universe. The movies that happened in the 80s happened in the 80s, and now it's present day. So it's just a continuation of that. We just haven't seen these guys for 30-something years.
Yeah, and we don't know how much of them we're going to see. It could just be them having started other Ghostbuster franchises in other cities and stuff. You don't know. I mean, there's a lot of places to go with this. I really think it's going to be that factor that it is going to be creating. It's going to be the sons of them, or it's going to be something. The daughters, the sons and the daughters, because the big thing with Jason Reitman, he's very well known for giving strong female leads as well as Juno and stuff like that. So I think this is going to be where we had our all-female Ghostbuster and we had our all-male Ghostbuster. I really think this is going to be a blending of we're going to get new Ghostbusters that are both female and male.
It's just millennial Ghostbusters.
Now, do you think Oscar will be the lead Ghostbuster? Oh, no one remembers Oscar.
The baby.
Come on, it's the baby.
I know.
Named after a hot dog. Come on. from the second movie.
I know.
You're not a fan. I see you.
It's an underrated movie. It's not as terrible as everybody says. I just haven't seen it in like 15 years.
I haven't seen it in a long time. It's been about 12, 13 years since I last saw it. So
It's been a while, yeah, for me as well.
All right, that's
I
it.
agree.
Stop the cast. We're all going to watch
Right.
Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, well, we got a great. I don't want to stop the show to just read off the chat room, but this is why you should be here live, because there's always a great chat going on. It's a whole separate show, but there's a great chat going on about the pros and cons of the most recent Ghostbusters. And like I said, love it or hate it, there was good and bad on both sides of it, and there's definitely room for more things to happen with it. So.
Some of the cameos were fantastic. I just wish they'd been the actual characters that they played originally.
It just sucks when you create a movie based off of probably one of the greatest comedies. You know,
and that's the biggest problem, is that you when that came out, it is going to be put underneath a microscope, because it'd be the same thing as if they rebooted Back to the Future and recast and did.
Shut your mouth.
I would never do that. I would never do that, and it won't happen.
Do not put that in the universe.
I don't think it'll happen.
But yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm excited about this, because it really, from everything Bill Murray basically, he tried every single thing to not have the movie made, to have another movie made for the longest time. So the fact that this is getting done, I think what's really helping project it, get it done the most, is the fact that it is Jason Reitman. So it creates that connection. He talked about how he feels that he was the very first fan of Ghostbusters, being 6 years old, walking on the set. I mean, it's cool story-wise where this is going, and I don't think there's anybody better to have take over the reins of this. I don't know who's writing it. That's the big thing. So I don't know if Aykroyd's got his hands in there helping write it or not. I would assume he does.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to imagine
they're not going to pull the writers. They're not going to pull the writers that wrote the last one.
No. You got to imagine with something like a
biggest.
Ghostbusters 3, it's going to be whatever they've written on the script is going to be about half of what ends up on screen.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the writing was what was the biggest thing that was panned from the last movie, was the script was super cheesy, and they did their best with it. And I agree with Red Meat Pot. Kristen's wig was absolutely atrocious in that movie. One of the worst I've ever seen. But if that's
the hook.
Oh, dude. But that whole movie had a good cheese factor to it, so at least it kind of fit with the rest of the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My God, that movie is so good and so bad at the same time. Like,
once again, it's just you got a real good original movie, and I think what made that movie beyond level was the fact that it wasn't necessarily the movie as much as the cast they had.
Yeah,
and you have to remember, Bill Murray was a replacement. The original Peter Venkman was actually supposed to be John Belushi.
Venkman, don't send me tweets.
Yeah, he was supposed to originally have done that, and when he passed away, Bill Murray was given the role. So think of that. Bill Murray's most iconic role, one of his most iconic roles, was a backup.
Well, to be fair, a career made of nothing but iconic roles. But I'm trying to picture Belushi as Venkman right now. And that would have been
it's not happening, is it?
That would have been amazing. No, I think that would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been off the charts funny.
Yeah, it's basically Venkman on coke.
Literally.
Venkman pulls out a samurai sword and just slashes stuff.
So, I mean, what do we... Without knowing what's really going on, do you want it to be just the three of them in an adventure? Or
no, I mean, well, they said that there's going to be new characters. There has to be new characters. You were saying the next generation or whatever. But no, they can't just do the three of them. That wouldn't work.
I hope that they could reboot the franchise to where this would be like a segue movie. Like they'll have Ghostbusters 3 or call it whatever they want, but they could actually move forward and maybe go 4 or 5. Depending on if they're able to establish.
It's a big ask.
So, okay, if they went there, okay, so let's say they go that route. What do we prefer? Do we prefer some known A-list type of actors, or bring in some up and comers?
Both. You could get one big name. I'm sure there's someone out there in today's up and coming A-list world that would have killed for a chance to have been in and acted with those three.
I just want Rick Moranis and Annie Potts back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
if you can pull Moranis out of retirement, they will have hit their goal.
Well, if you think about when they actually did the original cast, all these guys were known, but they weren't like superstar level. If they can kind of keep that, I think that'll actually bring more to it. Like they already have their superstars because they have the original cast. So bring in a group of characters that people that we might know or we've seen on TV here and there, but isn't like just straight up like, oh wow, it's a movie star, kind of like what they're doing with MIB going international, where they've already brought big names in there. Get someone more midstream that I've seen him maybe a couple times and really make a movie out of it.
Who would you absolutely not want to see them cast in this?
Jackie Chan. First name that came to mind.
Wow. That was not what I was expecting to come out of your mouth.
I would not think that would even come up during the Ghostbusters conversation, Jackie Chan.
I was going to say James Franco, but I guess I got to go with Jackie Chan.
Oh, yes. Also, please
it doesn't even go together.
Is actually having a legit conversation here. That's the thing. She brings legitimacy and an actual true conversation there, and there's the rest of us knuckleheads.
No, you know what? Zorro makes a good point. I don't want Jackie Chan.
Unless you somehow get Jackie Chan and who was it from Rush Hour? Was it Chris Tucker?
No,
Chris Tucker.
Again, no.
Yeah, if you just get a cameo,
that would ruin it.
Like arguing, that would be kind of funny.
Tony Reaver's the only one they should bring back. So
maybe Owen Wilson, like Shanghai Noon.
I wouldn't want to see Kevin Hart.
Wow.
Okay, that's the type of thing that I was getting on top of, because I think this is the type of people that they could end up. Kevin Hart. No. I wouldn't want to see him in it either. Yeah, it would just be.
I thought that just occurred.
Kevin Hart in a Ghostbuster film. He doesn't do anything else.
Someone I do want to see in it, Daniel Radcliffe.
Ooh,
that would be like as one of their
kids.
I love
him. Yeah,
because that's his act. He's not just Harry Potter. He can disappear into a character.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, Jack
Malice says Donald Glover. I am all on board for that.
Donald Glover. To bounce off your point about Radcliffe, he disappears into a character the way Jared Leto tries to disappear into a character, and absolutely
unsuccessfully.
fails.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about? I don't know. Why don't we put Stifler in there?
Sean William Scott doesn't seem to have worked for a while.
He's been a long way.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't. He's out of the biz.
I thought
he's right.
No, he came on Lethal Weapon when they fired that other guy, thanks to Damon Wayans, and then Damon Wayans went up and quit the show, and now everyone's getting fired. So, sorry, I'm a little upset at Lethal Weapon.
The new Bankman.
Well, okay. Here's the three children.
Characters. We're just
Wait, here's the three children. It's Daniel Radcliffe, Donald Glover, and Jason Biggs.
Oh,
I like it.
The children of the people.
Biggs.
Did I lose you?
Biggs.
No.
Biggs. Yeah.
I couldn't see him doing that.
How about James Vanderbeek?
Oh, I'm gonna throw my computer at you, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was James Vanderbeek.
Okay, fine. Joshua Jackson. We'll go with Pacey instead.
Yes. No.
That is funny because I connected those two.
It says no, not Jason Biggs. So
no.
Yeah.
I definitely
Michael Cera.
No.
No, he would have to be Rick Moranis' kid, like the kid with him and Annie Potts. That could be Michael Cera.
But the
let's
dude is like 27 or 28 years old. Though.
Yeah.
They look like he's
let's
16.
move on with because let me know your guys' thoughts on the on who you think should be cast as new characters or who you don't want to see cast as new characters in the chat room. Let's get into what the other big stuff that happened this weekend. We had the CES Consumer Electronics Expo, and looking through some of the biggest things that happened out there, Digital Trends gave us the best of what was there. I just want to get your guys' thoughts on this. There was one of the items there was called the Impossible Burger 2.0, and yeah, it's a next gen burger with iron carrying molecule heme, which is part of what gives meats a distinctive flavor. However, there is no meat in this whatsoever, but apparently it actually tastes for the first time, because I've heard of these things that taste like meat and aren't. I mean,
what a coincidence that it actually comes out the same year they're going to have the Alexa toilet.
Oh, good connection. Well done.
Woo! Yeah.
Well done. Never
the
mind.
Impossible 2.0 burger with
Thank you for choosing Alexa.
Oh god.
I mean, one of the big ones that they had come out to was a partnership of Disney. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on this. A partnership of Disney and Audi, because of the way that they're trying to bring out cars that drive themselves. They created an experience for passengers where they wear their Oculus headsets because the car's already driving itself, and they can have adventures with like Rocket, and it senses motion to the fact that if the car turns, the actual whatever ride you're on or whatever goes on that same turn, and it's a crazy. I mean, is this something that we want to see happen where we're covering our eyes because we're in fear of what the self-driving car is going to be doing?
No, I'd much rather have my eyes uncovered. I want to see what that car is doing. If I have to steering wheel or a brake pedal, I need to know.
I can't believe we're talking about that versus the actual fact that people are giving them crap for the fact that they might have given an Avengers spoiler out of that too.
Yeah, out of the headset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't look into that factor of it. I didn't want to go anything with spoilers.
Don't want to know.
Yeah.
So.
I think it'd be interesting, but I think it would be bad for people who get motion sickness.
Well, that's the thing. It keeps you.
I think, yeah, with the VR helmet syncing up with the actual motion that you're doing, I think that wouldn't be so much of an issue. It would be like if you're riding in a car and looking outside.
Wow.
If they do it.
Tell me how fun that would be if you're stuck on the 101 in traffic.
Yeah, I'm going to get shin splints driving to LAX on my Oculus Rift.
Rocket, what are we doing? Wait for traffic! Stop! We can't move. The asteroid's in front of us. Why?
Oh yes, I want them to have a game like Driver for. You remember the old Sony PS2 game Driver, where you had to you were the combat driver driving around shooting people, kind of like GTA but just the driving. I want that to be what they have, so that occasionally they're gonna just reach for the steering wheel and maybe crash.
Well, Jackson needs to not get into anything new. They're trying to take over the universe.
The digital universe.
Not wrong. There's only 3 companies anymore, right?
There is 5.
Yeah, I guess once you count the food stuff.
Yeah. Depending on what industry you're looking at, I guess.
I mean, when you guys are looking through the
food stuff, that burger.
Yeah.
I saw pictures of that burger. That looks like a hamburger. It looked like a really undone hamburger, actually.
Yeah,
It
it
really
even
looked
had
like
that reddish color for the.
I don't think you're supposed to have a hamburger blue rare. It's not supposed to work like
not really, no.
It looked like meat from what they said with the iron content. It tastes like meat.
They said, in fact, we've heard it so beef-like it makes vegetarians squirm.
Yeah.
But
I know a girl who's been a vegetarian since she was a child, not because of ideological reasons. She just genuinely doesn't like meat.
Yeah,
and it's pointless to make for those people, like the vegetarians. It's that's who they're trying to get to eat this, and if they think it looks gross, then what's the point?
I mean, you have Harley Davidson coming out with the Livewire, which is their first battery electric model. So your first battery electric Harley Davidson. I think that's pretty freaking awesome.
That is pretty cool. It
propels it from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. With a lithium-ion battery pack, delivers up to 110 miles of range. The bike's top speed clocks in at 110 miles per hour. If you're brave enough to reach it.
Which 110 miles an hour or 110 miles per charge doesn't sound like a lot, but keep in mind most motorcycle tanks are small. So even on bikes that I've had, a full tank would get you like 120 miles.
Now this is a full electric. This isn't a hybrid. This is full electric. So they had to charge it.
Well, it's battery electric, yeah. So full electric, yeah. But it's Harley. Harley's coming into the new age. So
Yeah.
Are they going to have competing charging stations with Tesla?
yeah. Well, and the pricing on it, not bad for Harley. It starts at $30,000.
Oh, only 30,000.
More incentives into the equation.
That's basically the price of a fat boy, depending on how many years you have to wait.
That's not bad for an electric Harley. I mean,
No, it's for a full electric. No, it's not bad. It could be worse.
Yeah, and Harley's got a people that buy Harleys are brand loyal. So yeah, if you've got people that want electric bikes, that's where they're going.
It has the same sound as a regular Harley. Because there would be nothing funnier than watching a bike gang go down the highway with all electric Harleys.
Now,
Picture Sons of Anarchy, but as they ride, it's just silent.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is it going to be a completely silent engine? Because, I mean, safety-wise, I mean, it's hard enough, at least when we're driving. I mean, you think that you hear motorcycles coming, and you really don't till they're blown by your window and you're crapping your pants, you know? It's
Is that why you had to go to the DMV?
yeah, you know. DMV. But you know, it's so safety wise, what are they going to like make horns now for, you know, something to they can have, you know.
I remember there being an issue with the same thing with cars where like the law was passed where they have to make some sort of noise so that, for instance, people know that a car's coming right across the street.
Right.
I don't ever hear a Prius driving down the street. I hear it up, but I
can usually hear the lute music coming from the car.
Here's what I gotta ask: do we really need it? Do we? You know? Okay, so test card. It's emerging tech. Test card. Maybe you're worried about diabetes and want to check your glucose levels, or you think you may have a UTI, or you want to find out if you're pregnant. Usually, you'd be looking at a doctor's visit or a trip to the pharmacist, but with test card, you can order up a test for just $4, and it'll arrive in a postcard form in the mail. Install the app on your phone, urinate on the card, and then you can use your phone camera as a clinical grade scanner to get your results.
What?
Okay, but you're not paying on the phone. Okay.
You're not paying on the phone.
I spend $4 on that when you can just go to WebMD. Come on, that's real.
Download the app, then pee on it. Wait a minute.
I didn't think it was that hard to go to the pharmacy to pick one of those pregnancy tests up.
Yeah, I always know if I'm pregnant or not. I don't know about you guys.
Wait, that's the new pregnancy test?
No, it's test. So you can use it to check pregnancy, or if you have a UTI, or
oh my god, I foresee a rash of what's the word I'm looking for?
Teen mom.
I can see someone hacking into
misdiagnosis. Thank you. So you're going to get all these parents that are going to be prepping for a baby because their phone told them that they're pregnant, and then 5 months later, and they're still a size 2, they're going to be like, "What's going on here, people?"
Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not an iPhone.
It says with the test card. But with your test card, your phone will alert you if the results are invalid for any reason, and the confirmation you get is completely trustworthy. So,
unless someone hacks into it.
Yeah, could you imagine, like, or like the fun you could have on April Fool's Day, like, "Hi, you're pregnant, ha, psych, April Fools!" Like, come on.
Figuring out to prank people with that thing would be epic.
You go to do a pregnancy test and it says you have a ruptured ACL.
Come on.
It's just
tennis elbow. What?
The stuff that you get at CES, some of it's like, do we really need it? Some of it's like really, really cool. The wall, which is this huge TV, is kind of cool, but I don't know if people would want to see a wall size version of
I think they had the 19-foot from corner to corner.
219-inch TV. Good God, man. That would be phenomenal. You could put it on like the Weather Channel, have the sun going and get a tan naturally. You know, it's all good.
Okay, so the one that actually intrigued me the most, and this is kind of weird for me, was the makeup application thing. Did you read that part where it scans your entire face and picks out any little imperfection and then sprays micro dots of makeup at exactly those imperfections, which means that they have amazing face scanning technology and precision aerosol.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can use it on the arms as well. It's just take out freckles and stuff. Yeah, there's just some really cool stuff to look into. Dive into it. Look at CNET. Look at Digital Trends. They have some great articles about the stuff that came out. To look into that and all that stuff. So let's talk about our last little story before we talk about the nerd fight for the week. So we got the SpiderMan Far From Home trailer.
Yeah, that's a little story. It's a little story. Yeah, nothing big.
Just a little trailer. Super.
Yeah.
As always, we love to hear your thoughts about trailers. So tell us about the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. Give us a description of it. What you thought.
I'm ready.
No joke.
Ready.
When I first watched that trailer, it was right after seeing my first post on Facebook for the 10-year challenge. And I don't remember who posted it. But right after that, I saw the trailer underneath for Spider-Man. So I started watching it. And my first thought was, man, I was like, Aunt May has the best 10-year challenge ever. She went from Aunt May from the Tobey Maguire to Marissa Tomei. And I'm like, that's awesome. But otherwise, I thought the trailer was fantastic. I'm so excited for it. I mean, I kind of think it's a little early considering we don't know what happened at the end. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with Avengers 4. So clearly something good is going to happen from Infinity War to there.
Not necessarily.
But, and that's true. We don't know.
No, because
but
they
I thought it was
blocked out the
fantastic.
dates on things.
Super excited.
There's a little brief couple of seconds where you see Peter Parker's passport, and they have blanked out the years for any of it. So we don't know what happens.
True, we don't know.
Right directly after Avengers 4.
Yeah, there's a question of it's between Homecoming and Infinity War. If it's between, after
right.
We don't know.
We don't. Yeah, we don't. But I'm excited. The cast looked good. I forget who's the Gyllenhaal, right? Is in this one?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see that because it's been a while since I've seen Jake Gyllenhaal in a movie. So definitely excited for that.
Yeah, they said.
I wish I knew how to quit him.
The original announcement was that this movie takes place minutes after Endgame. So.
I'm not a big fan of Jake Gyllenhaal in that. I like Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor, but it just looked kind of out of place.
Okay. What did
a little
IC think of the trailer? Masonic?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you said IC. I am very excited, just like Super is, about the movie itself. I mean, as I said at the beginning, this is my favorite time of the year when it comes to entertainment, because this is when you're having a big movie year, especially like this year is going to be, you start getting to see these trailers. I'm happy the fact that they didn't really go into too much as far as, beginning kind of like transition. I mean, we obviously see Nick Fury and whatnot, but at the same time, hell, man, it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be a great movie. I think everything's going to fall in the line. It's a great way that they're going to be able to kick. Because this is Captain Marvel is going to be the movie that kicks off the next generation or the next phase of the Marvel universe. Spider-Man's already part of that with Tom Holland. I hope they give him another 5 or 6 movies because of the fact that he's able to pull it off as well as he does. And
so good as Peter Parker.
Yeah, and it was nice to see everyone come back in their roles, at least that we know of. At least for the last Spider-Man, too. For everyone from Happy all the way down to his classmates and everything like that. So, and unlike IC, after seeing the Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, because quite frankly, when I was a kid reading Spider-Man magazines, that was my favorite villain, was Mysterio. Don't ask me why. I think it might have just been the costume itself, but
Like
the
the
scene
fishbowl?
costume. What's that?
You like the big fishbowl?
Yeah, the fishbowl, absolutely. And you see the fishbowl a little bit in the movie. I'm like, I was nervous at first when you see him without it, and he comes in and says, "Oh, you don't want to be part of this," and he starts doing his stuff, and all of a sudden, the far away scene, you can see the fishbowl. I'm excited to see the fishbowl. I like Mysterio as a character, and I hope they were able to continue it.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. I can totally get on board. I think I like the trailer overall, and it's exciting me for the movie. But I also kind of agree with Nick. Like, that's probably going to be really good casting. But as soon as I saw Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, I literally out loud said, "Huh, Jake Gyllenhaal." Character, he's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my question. Was they show Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, and then Mysterio starts attacking, which what I'm assuming is Hydro Man, but who knows? Because Mysterio is all about.
No, there is as they pass a boat in Italy. There's something on painted on the side of the boat that says ASM 212. Amazing Spider-Man 212 is where Hydro Man was introduced.
Oh, okay. No, okay.
Oh, and then Jake Gyllenhaal did say something on the Late Show too.
Okay, but the thing with Mysterio as well is that he's known for special effects and illusions and things like that, and he's not a hero, but he's fighting, so it's confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, is he creating this to try to make him look like a hero, or?
Well, and see, I have not read that line of Spider-Man comics, but so when I watched that trailer, I thought, oh, he's fighting on Peter's side. He's a good guy.
For now.
Yeah. So,
But,
I mean, okay. Did you guys think that it gave too much? Because knowing that it's supposed to be coming after Endgame, showing us.
I don't know that it's supposed to be coming
them
after.
talking about it. That wasn't the trailer.
They announced this takes place. This was a year ago. They announced, and this is the thing. Okay. So Bearded Master was in the chat room earlier, but Bearded Master, we were talking with him before the wrestling cast went live, or before we recorded it the other night, and he hated the trailer because this isn't Marvel doing this. Sony put this trailer out. Marvel wanted to hold it. So
yeah, because if it takes place after Endgame, then what the hell, man?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for us, I don't know. Most people know that something's going to happen in Avengers Endgame when people are going back. People know that. What I thought that they did a good job of is threading the line as far as like IC said. I know you're saying it's right. It's supposed to happen right after Endgame. We don't know how much right after is yet. I mean, they could say what they want, but bottom line, it could be a couple days, it could be a couple weeks. We don't know. I mean, we'll have to see that.
I said, you mean they're lying?
They could. But then the other thing is that, they have to throw something out there. It's not like they could just sit there. I mean, if they actually held true to how they should with the Marvel and not show anything, what? They're just going to show.
I think
did they have to show us Nick Cage? Let me ask you this: did they have to show us Nick Cage in that trailer? At what point in that trailer?
You mean Nick Fury?
No, sorry, Nick Fury.
Nick Cage.
I didn't mean it that.
Son of a bitch.
I know you didn't, because you had straight serious face on. That's funny.
I wish they would have just showed the shot, but not showed him, and not said a word or anything.
Shot, but not shown. I'm down.
Yeah, that was the only. Yeah, I guess if I had a disappointment, that would have been the only disappointment. Is they put him so prominently in there.
Yeah, the whole rest of the trailer I'm fine with, but the one character you didn't have to show us Nick Fury. So
I concur with that.
Please never show us Nick Cage.
Nice to finally meet you.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. This is for next year. Nick Cage. Ding.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that was my complaint with it. That was the one scene that you didn't have to see. The rest of it, okay, fine. And it looks good, and I'm excited. And I don't think they gave too much away. But
They didn't.
I mean, I'm intrigued. What do you guys think about the new suit?
Can we give kudos to the music?
I liked it.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah, getting the old Spider-Man.
Awesome. You're hearing the old school Spider-Man song. I mean, dude, that's awesome.
I like the new suit. I like the black and red, but we're going to need some kind of explanation on why he has it, of course. Because, again, if this is between Homecoming and Endgame, or between Homecoming and Infinity War,
Clearly has it because
he's got. Then he's already got. He's got the what's it, the Iron Spider suit.
Yeah, but if this is after, well, I mean, that suit went dusty. So they had to give him something.
Clearly,
you guys
clearly
didn't
has
notice.
that suit because he didn't want to take the other suit with him because you saw him close his closet on it. It's like,
Yes, but
Yeah,
on the European trailer, you see Aunt May slip the suit into a suitcase.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then I don't know if you guys noticed the spiders, the dark one with the thief gear and stuff. He had night vision or something like visor came down. So
Yeah,
I mean, there's obviously going to be more than just the Iron Spider suit, if that even comes back or not. But yeah, like
I wanted to see the one from the Sony PlayStation game. Like,
Mm.
oh, the white with the white and everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we want to know your guys' thoughts. Let us know what you guys thought of the trailer. If you thought that they showed too much, if you have any kind of predictions or thoughts as to what's going to happen with it. But let's finish this out with the next nerd fight that we're going to be starting on this Sunday.
Nerd fight!
We are finishing up tonight at midnight the nerd fight for best binge watch of 2018. The selections that we had, I'm going to refresh this really quick just to find out what the picking order is because this still can change. But the selections that we had were Big Mouth, Santa Clarita Diet, Glow. Sorry, it's refreshing on me now.
It's got to get dramatic.
Bandersnatch, The Thrilling Adventures of Sabrina, and Altered Carbon, in that order. So Big Mouth is the loser as of right now and will probably stay down there. Santa Clarita Diet had 7 votes. Glow and Bandersnatch are both tied for third at 17 votes. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina has 45 votes, and Altered Carbon has 52. Next week will be our rebuttals of why we picked the pick that we made. These are going to be, this new Nerd Fight is going to be the best television shows that are part of non-streaming, so nothing on Netflix, stuff that's on your main networks or on cable television. So I am in the lead, so I get the first pick this week. With that being,
It was rigged.
yeah. I am not going to give my reasoning. I will give it next week, but my pick for best television show of 2018 was The Walking Dead. And I'll explain next week. So, in second place is Super with Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And what would be your pick for best television show 2018?
Well, just look at my wall, dude.
Rebel with a Cause.
Yeah.
hat.
Supernatural your pick?
Pokemon.
Yep, this is going to be my pick.
Okay, Supernatural. All right. Good.
Yeah, the other two of us are tied for third.
Yeah, technically on the way that it's set here on the refresh, Bandersnatch is in third, even though you guys have tied votes. So
Because it's alphabetic. I'm probably not going to pick the same show as him anyway. I'm going to go with The Good Place.
Good Place.
The what?
Nice.
The Good Place.
Good pick.
The Good Place. Okay.
Yeah.
Great pick.
I thought you said The Good Lace.
Yeah.
I was going to say I didn't hear
That's
that show.
That's a different channel. Yeah.
Masonic Vader, what's your pick?
I'm going to pick This Is Us.
Ooh, he's going with the sentimental vote.
Yeah.
Damn, do I have to
That
watch
was
this?
I thought about taking that one because that
you
was
want those-
probably
you want
my
people to
second
cry.
favorite.
And then Nick,
I met Justin Harley the other day. He's pretty cool.
Nick, what's your pick? Nick, you know what show I thought you were going to go with?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with my favorite show.
I thought you were gonna go- That's what I thought you were going to pick.
There you go.
That and I agree 100%. That is one of the best shows of 2018. Especially
What'd you pick, Nick?
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you'd pick. So, all
Very
right.
very surprised nobody went with Game of Thrones.
Didn't air last year?
Didn't air last year. It skipped a year.
Did it skip?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
Walking Dead, Supernatural,
I thought
This Is Us, and Better Call Saul. And if you guys have any other picks, make sure to hit us up on Twitter at All Nerd Podcast and let us know what picks should be on this vote so that we can get them put onto there. with that, we're going to close out this week's cast. It was a little slower of a cast, but we will be back next Friday. So, to talk all things nerd with you at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on Twitch, twitch.tv/MaliceCorp. Does anybody have hashtags for the week that they'd like to interact with people on?
I do.
What is your hashtag for the week?
I geeked out weirdly this week I found a video of Robert Downey Jr. singing with Sting, and the guy sings like a friggin' dream. It was amazing. So my hashtag is going to be hashtag you can do what?
Oh, nice.
Weird thing can you do? Or what weird talents do you think that celebrities have?
Okay.
That is a whole other kettle of fish.
And where can we follow you?
Get as dirty with it as you want.
And where can we
I'll do this one.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Super.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, because this one's hard to do on Twitter, so I can share my weird talent with you right now. I can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious backwards. Can't say it forward, apparently, but I can say it backwards.
Right. Ready, go.
Go. Docious aliesbiistic fragicalirupus. There you go.
Okay.
What?
But also, what?
All right.
Yeah.
Where can we follow you, IC?
You can follow me at ICZora on Twitter, Instagram, PlayStation Network, pretty much all the things.
Nice. Anybody else having hashtags?
Yeah, I do.
what?
Because I actually. Oh, hashtag what? I meant to bring this up in the while we were geeking section, and I forgot about it. Just running late and whatnot. But yeah, yesterday was the great and wonderful Betty White's birthday, her 97th birthday, which is fantastic. Good long life that she's living. So that was going to be that was something else that I had been binging the last couple weeks. Was I was rewatching old episodes of Golden Girls, which was something that I watched with my grandma. So that was going to be my hashtag for Twitter. What's your favorite Betty White role, moment, memory?
A Betty White moment, because that's a really big hashtag to put.
Yeah, hashtag Betty White moments.
Yeah, Betty White moments. Yeah,
Okay.
fave, something like
And where
that.
can we follow you, Super?
On Twitter, it's SuperHoovianNut, and then on Instagram, it's SuperHoovianFreak.
Okay. And either Nick or Kent, Masonic, do you have any hashtags this week or no?
Oh my God! Hashtag. Okay, well here you can follow me, Masonic Vader, and also Masonic Vader 71 for PlayStation Network. Hashtag of the week is Royal Rumble Champ 2019. Then go ahead and tell me who you think is going to win this next weekend.
Okay.
Yes.
And Nick, where can we either follow you or if you have a hashtag of the week?
Follow me at Raider0314 on Twitter, and also PlayStation Network. Hashtag get out of my way.
Any particular reason, or just do it?
Because of Dallas traffic, and yeah, that's been. So hashtag get out of my way. It's in regards to traffic.
Okay.
Okay, so bad driver stories, I guess, or
Yeah. Well, in
Please.
Dallas, we have this big issue where people don't know how to use the passing lane. They'll just sit there and hover and go 10 to 15 miles under the speed limit. So, yeah, hashtag get out of my way.
you guys have a lot of guns. That's not safe.
No. Okay. So
Yeah.
if you want to follow this cast, make sure to look us up on Twitter, All Nerd Podcast. If you want to check out any other podcasts that we have going on, make sure to head over to malice-corp.com. It's written right there at the bottom of the screen. If you click on the podcast and other media, we have many other type of podcasts we do as well over there, and you can listen to all of them. You can check us out on Stitcher or iTunes by looking up Malice Corp, and that'll lead you to most of the podcasts that we do. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at mest_MaliceCorp. And my hashtag of the week is not my Ghostbuster, because I want to know who you don't want to see cast in the next Ghostbuster 3 film.
Nice.
So that's it. You guys keep nerding on, and we will see you next week with more content.
Carry on.